Hello, Eleanor. How are you today? Have you ever been forgetful? Like you'll walk into a room and you'll think, now, what was I going to get in this room? And you can't remember? Well, sometimes Grandma's forgetful. She'll go looking for her glasses and find that they're, right up on top of my head. How did they get up there? Oh, goodness. It's funny to be forgetful. Well, I've got a story for you today about Silly Tilly, who is very forgetful. It's called Silly Tilly's Thanksgiving Dinner by Lillian Hoban. I hope you enjoy this fun Thanksgiving dinner. And she is very silly. Tilly. Oh boy, that rhymes, doesn't it? Silly Tilly. Ha! Silly Tilly's Thanksgiving Dinner. Story and pictures by Lillian Hoban. Wow, she's the artist too. That's cool. It was Thanksgiving morning. Silly Tilly Mole was in her garden. The leaves were falling all around. Summer is gone, said Tilly. I can't remember where it went. Oh my, look at the pretty colored leaves. The leaves at Grandma's house are already off the trees. A robin flew past. Goodbye, Tilly, he called. It is cold and I am going south. Mr. Bunny came hopping down the path. He had on a scarf and mittens, and he was pulling earmuffs down over his head. Oh, I'm sorry, over his ears. Earmuffs. Oh, they're not in the right place, are they? He's got tall ears. I'm just practicing, said Mr. Bunny, in case we get frost tomorrow. Oh dear, said Silly Tilly. I forgot to remember that winter is coming. I forgot to remember that Thanksgiving is here. Wow, the fall flew by, didn't it? How can it be Thanksgiving next week? I agree with Silly Tilly. Where did the time go? Tilly ran down the path to her house. Wait, Mr. Bunny called. Wait, Mr. Bunny, she called. I have something for you. Wonder what it could be. What did you say, Tilly? Yelled Mr. Bunny. I can't hear you with these earmuffs on. I said wait, called Tilly, and she turned to look at Mr. Bunny. Oh, she ran bump right into a tree, and her glasses flew off. Oh dear. Mr. Bunny hopped over. Did you say wait? He asked. I did, said Tilly. But now my glasses are gone, and I can't remember why I said it. That's all right, said Mr. Bunny. I will sit down here and wait for you to remember. And Mr. Bunny sat down. Thump. Down he went. She can't remember what she wanted to give him. Oh, said Mr. Bunny. I think I found your glasses. Oh, look where they are. He sat on them. I hope they're not broken. Oh, thank you, said Tilly. That's it, she said. I just remembered what I forgot. It's Thanksgiving, and I'm having Thanksgiving dinner for all my friends. Wait, I'll get you your invitation. And Tilly put on her glasses. You mean it's Thanksgiving and she didn't give him his invitation yet? Oh dear, it's kind of late. She ran into the house, but her glasses were smudged and everything looked foggy. Said Tilly. There's fog in my house. I can't have fog in my house. At Thanksgiving dinner, she opened the window to shoo the fog out. But the fog would not go away. I don't think that's really fog, do you? I think her glasses are dirty. Tilly, called Mr. Bunny, waiting. I'm still waiting for my invitation. Oh dear, said Tilly, I forgot to remember where I put the invitations, and it's so foggy I cannot see where they are. I'll get a broom and sweep the fog out. Oh, whoever heard of that? Sweeping the fog out. Oh dear. Tilly ran to the kitchen to get a broom. But she could not see. She bumped into the stove. Oh dear. Just in time to cook Thanksgiving dinner, said Tilly, and she ran to the cupboard to get pots and pans. Oh no. She's supposed to be looking for invitations, and now she thinks she should cook. Oh, goodness. But she forgot where she was going, and she went to the table to get some cards instead. Here are the invitations, she said. Mr. Bunny, she called, here's your invitation. Mr. Bunny hopped up to the door. There she is, handing them to him. Are they all for me? He said. Oh dear, I forgot. This one is for Mrs. Squirrel, and one is for Mr. Woodchuck, and one for Mr. Chipmunk, and some more besides. I forgot to remember to send them. Oh dear. How will her friends know to come to her house for Thanksgiving dinner? That's all right, said Mr. Bunny. I will give them out on my way home. Mr. Bunny looked at the cards. The first one said, Mrs. Squirrel's Acorn Jam. Mash a bowl of acorns, add a cup of sugar, stir and cook over low heat. Whoa, that doesn't sound like an invitation, does it? That sounds more like a recipe. Huh. The next card was the recipe for Mr. Woodchuck's pine nut cake. And the next card was the recipe for Mr. Chipmunk's cranberry stew. The next card was the recipe for Mrs. Field Mouse's oat bran pudding. Oh my gosh. There's Rabbit reading all the cards. I don't think those are the invitations, do you? The last card was the recipe for Mr. Bunny's sweet potato pie. Yum, yum, said Mr. Bunny. What a great idea. This is going to be the best Thanksgiving dinner. I wonder if Miss Tilly's going to cook all that food or what. Mr. Bunny hopped off to give the cards out, and Tilly hurried into the kitchen to start cooking. Now, where are all those recipes? She hurried over to her desk, but she could not see, and she forgot what she was looking for. Oh, dear Miss Tilly. Oh, dear, she said, it's getting late, and I'm so tired. I will sit by the fire and try to remember what I forgot. Tilly sat down near the fire and fell asleep. Oh, no. I sense a disaster. When she woke up, it was dark. Almost time for Thanksgiving dinner, she said. Almost time for my guests to arrive. Tilly got up to set the table. Oh, dear, she cried. I just remembered what I forgot. It is so foggy I could not see to find the recipes. I never cooked Thanksgiving dinner. Tilly started to sniffle, and her eyes filled with tears. Oh, dear. Just then the door flew open. Who's there? Cried Tilly. She wiped her eyes, and then she wiped her glasses, and the fog was gone, and she could see. Yay! But what did she see? Oh, gosh, look. All of her friends are here. Do they expect dinner? Oh, my. She saw Mrs. Squirrel carrying a bowl. Oh, Mrs. Squirrel was carrying a bowl of acorn jam. And she saw Mr. Woodchuck with a pine nut cake. and Mr. Chipmunk with a pot of cranberry stew. She saw Mrs. Field Mouse with some oat bran pudding, and she saw Mr. Bunny carrying a sweet potato pie. Oh my gosh, all of her friends brought the food that she was gonna cook. Oh, she's so lucky. How lovely, cried Tilly. Now we can have Thanksgiving dinner. Aww. But just as they sat down, they heard gobble, gobble, gobble. The front door flew open, and in came Mr. Turkey with a bag of corn. Tilly Mole, said Mr. Turkey, don't you know that you can't have Thanksgiving without Mr. Turkey? Oh, Mr. Turkey, said Tilly, everybody knows that. I just forgot to remember to give Mr. Bunny your invitation. And so they all had Thanksgiving dinner. There they are, all of the friends together, all of the yummy things that her friends brought. And then they sat around the fire and sang songs. Aw, what a fun time they had together. Mr. Turkey made his recipe for Mr. Turkey's best ever popcorn, and everybody said it was the best Thanksgiving ever. Oh, I think he's salting the popcorn. Yum, yum, yum. And now they're all leaving. The end. Oh. Well, silly Tilly didn't fix that dinner that she was planning to fix, did she? But she did provide a nice Thanksgiving table for all of her guests, and all of the friends had a wonderful time together. And that's what Thanksgiving is all about. Family and friends getting together and having a good time and being thankful. And I'm sure thankful for you, Eleanor, and for your brother Armin, and your mom and dad, and your brother Christian, and Olivia. Whew. And I know you're going to have a nice Thanksgiving. I wish we could be there. Maybe next year we'll come to your house for Thanksgiving. Love you, sweetie. Bye-bye.